Hello friends, this is Laksh Gupta from Decoding Cbse French class 9 and 10. Today we are going to start with a new topic, Pronoms Relatifs. In this we are going to learn the four Pronoms Relatifs sampler, qui, que, ou and them. So let's start. Now what does pronoun means? Pronoun means a word which replaces a noun and relative means a conjunction. So pronoun relative is a word which although replaces a noun is used as a conjunction. As an example of a sentence in which pronoun relative will be used is j'ai tune maison, elle belle. In pronoun relatives, this sentence will be written as j'ai tune maison qui est belle. We'll learn when do we use these nouns later. Now friends, please pay attention to this. Pronoun relatives are used to combine two phrases. In this example, the first phrase is the sentence j'ai tune maison and the second phrase is the sentence elle est belle. So we'll be using P1 for the first phrase and P2 for the second phrase for the understanding of this concept. The first pronoun relative sampler is qui. Qui replaces the subject in the second phrase and qui almost on in 99.9% cases comes before the verb. A sentence in which qui will be used is j'ai une maison, elle est belle. Now we know that qui replaces the subject in the second phrase and the subject in the second phrase is elle. So it will be replaced by qui. From this example only, we can conclude that key is coming before the verb, which is a here. Revising previous topics, we can remember that direct objects are the objects that are not preceded by a preposition and indirect objects are the objects which are preceded by a preposition. Now, the second pronoun personal is que. Que replaces the direct object in phrase 2 and we know that direct object is this object which is not preceded by a preposition and as like the previous pronoun relative which comes before the verb, this pronoun relative comes before the subject. An example of the sentence in which que will be used is j'ai une maison, j'ai ma maison. Now we can see that the direct object in phrase 2 is ma maison, so it will be replaced by que, and que comes before the subject, so it will be j'ai une maison que j'aime. So it will translate into I have a house that I like. The third pronoun relative is ou. Ou replaces the indirect object in phrase 2, but the indirect object should be related to time and place. In the common sense, it refers to time and place. An example of a sentence in which it refers to place is j'ai une maison, je habite dans cette maison. Now we can see that dans cette maison is the indirect object in phrase 2 and it refers to place, so it will be replaced by ou. So the sentence will become j'ai une maison où je habite. Now, an example of a sentence in which où refers to time is il se marie un jour, tu es né ce jour-ta. Although ce jour-ta is not an indirect object in the phrase 2, but it refers to time. Please remember that the rule of indirect object in phrase 2 stands only when the indirect object refers to a place. If indirect object doesn't refer to place and refers to time, it may not be an indirect object. Now for this sentence we can see that ce jour-ta refers to time, so où will be used. So the sentence will become il se marie un jour où tu es né. It literally translates into he got married a day you were born that day. And now it changed to he got married a day when you were born. Now, the fourth and the last pronoun relative sampler is don't. Don't replaces any person or object after the. Taking an example, the sentence is j'ai une maison, j'ai parlé de cette maison. I have a house, I talked about this house. So we can see that cette maison is preceded by de, so it will be replaced by don't. Now the sentence will change to j'ai une maison dont j'ai parlé. I have a house of which I talked. Friends, I think that you would be comfortable with the question in which we have to integrate two sentences. Now, let's start with a little more complex question in which we have to fill in the blanks. So, in fill in the blanks, we would be given an object in the phrase 1 and phrase 2 would be partly missing. Now, in the below sentence, we can see that the phrase 1 is Seth tune mesa. So, for phrase 1, the object given to us is a tune mesa, and for phrase 2, the part given to us is a bell, and a little part is missing. Now, we have to be clever and guess what that missing part would be. Now, I can guess that the missing part would be the la mesa or tune mesa. Therefore, the sentence would be complete like Set tune mesa, la mesa a bell. This is a house. The house is beautiful. So it will be integrated as Set tune mesa ki a bell. Since ki will replace the subject in the phrase 2, which is la mesa. So it will become this is a house which is beautiful. So, friends, please remember that an easier rule is that whenever we are given a blank and after the blank there is a verb, it always be the blank is always filled with key. Now, the second sentence. The sentence is Set tune mesa dash j'adore. Now, we can see that the object given to us in the phrase 1 is tune mesa and the part of phrase 2 given to us is j'adore. Now, I can guess that the sentence should be This is a house I like, so it would become This is a house I like this house, or This is a house I like the house. So I guess that the missing part would be la mesa or set mesa. Now, while integrating, we know that we replace the direct object in phrase 2 with k. So we will fill the blank with k and it would become C'est une mesa que j'adore, and it would translate into This is a house that I like. Now, the third sentence is C'est une maison j'habite. Now, the object given to us in phrase 1 is une maison and the part given to us in phrase 2 is j'habite. Now, guessing, I can see that this is related to some place. That's why they are saying I live and this is a house. So I think the sentence would be This is a house, I live in this house. So the missing part would probably be the cette maison or the la maison. I live in this house or I live in that house. Now I know that when in an indirect object comes in phrase 2 and it refers to a place, it is always the pronoun relative always uses u. So I'll fill u in the blank and it would translate into this is a house. This is a house where I live. Now, the fourth sentence. C'est une maison j'ai boissé. Now, the object given to us in phrase 1 is une maison and the part given to us is in phrase 2 is j'ai boissé. Now, it translates into this is a house dash I have need. So, I can see, or I can guess that the part given to us in the phrase 2, which is missing, should be the and something something. And basically, it should be I have need of this house. This is a house, I have need of this house. And we also know that buasa is always succeeded by the. So, we will fill the blank by donk. Now, let's take an exercise. The question is complete avec pronom relatif. Now, let's start. The first sentence is Je vais à Paris dash il y a beaucoup de restaurants. Now, first you should try. Now, let's start. We can see that the sentence translates into I go to Paris dash there are a lot of restaurants. Now, the object given to us in phrase 1 is Paris or à Paris, and the part given to us in phrase 2 is Il y a beaucoup the restaurant. Now, I can see that it is related to some place. That's why the thing I go to Paris, there are a lot of restaurants. So, probably the missing part would be à Paris. There are a lot of restaurants at Paris. So, the pronoun relative used will be où. The second sentence, j'ai un stylo dash et bleu. This is a very easy sentence as by seeing that after the blank a verb is coming, it we would automatically use the pronoun relative key. The third sentence, le seul dash tu parles est magnifique. Now let's first translate into the information dash you are speaking is magnificent. Now, I can see that this is a little incomplete after part because there should be a preposition. The information dash you speak. There should be a preposition and probably it should be de. That now this if the sentence would be complete, it should be the information you are speaking of or about. So now I know that the part deleted has de. So I'll use donk. Now, fourth sentence. Nous parlons à Jean dash j'aime. Now, I'll first translate it. It will translate into we speak to Jean dash I like. Now, I know that the missing part would probably have a direct object. It should probably the sentence would probably be complete with Jean. It would become Nous parlons à Jean, j'aime Jean. We speak to Jean, I like Jean. So it would the blank would be filled with ko. The fifth sentence. Je par ave ayant dash in mon neveu. This is a very easy sentence since we can see that the blank has an verb immediately after this. So we'll fill the blank with key. Friends, I hope that this topic is clear with you and you can score well in exams in this question. Friends, please like, comment, and subscribe my channel, share my channel, and don't miss my other videos in which we'll discuss other important topics. Ask your doubts in the comment section and don't forget to subscribe my channel. Thank you.